Okay, in the beginning, I always need like a minute to set up the session energetically, and then I start sharing. Okay, enjoy. I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. So there's a never-ending process. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. Then I clear surface energies. Surface energies are all sorts of energies you've been exposed to over the past 1 or 2 days. And also emotions that are floating around the top of your system and are just creating the noise. So the surface energies. And behind the surface energies is just more silence and peace. This is why we're clearing them. Also more clarity is there. And by clearing the surface energies, more light can enter the system. And this is what we want. So there's a lot of light coming in already. Beautiful, beautiful, high vibrational divine light is coming in. It's filling up the body through the crown chakra and third eye chakra. So it's flowing like a beautiful water stream, in all areas. Slowly but continuously. And when there is more light flowing into the body gets more relaxed, because it really, like, the body enjoys the light, it enjoys the high vibration. With the light, relaxation comes, expansion comes, opening is happening, and the body itself really enjoys that. And the same is happening on the level of the energy fields. So the light is entering our energy field as well, and filling up the energy field and also the area around us. There's just a lot of light flowing in, flowing in, flowing in. Then I also clear energies out of the mind, so thoughts, all sorts of thoughts that are still active, so energies that are still active on the mind level. I'm clearing them so that also your mind can calm down, that you are having less or no thoughts during this meditation. So don't worry if they're still there, that's fine. Just more energy can enter the mind level, and then they're not so distracting anymore if there are still some there. I'm opening up the energy field even more. Always when I open up the energy field more, the light can enter deeper layers. So right now there is a clearing happening on the level of the third eye chakra and also the heart chakra. So energies are being cleared, that these chakras can be more open and receive more light. Especially the third eye chakra, because there is a lot of information coming in. So it's not information that the mind can grasp, but the system understands it. And we're also receiving this information through the third eye chakra. It's coming in on that level into our system. Higher information is entering. And how can you access this higher information? So it's basically when you move through your day and there's like information seemingly randomly popping up, knowingness, this is coming in, just you suddenly know how things work, or how things work basically, or how they are. And it's not something you read or listened to, it's just something that comes to you. So basically that information is stored in your field, or it's coming into your field, and then you access it at certain times. It just pops up as bubble of information. So specifically there's information coming in around who you are, on all levels. And maybe you can feel with this information, which is a lot. So again, it's happening beyond the mind. But there is a lot of peace coming in by this information entering the system. So peace is also present. Peace around knowing who you are, also the human, but also beyond the human, gives the system a lot of peace. And also joy. Because knowing who you are brings in joy naturally. It's just something that's then accessible and there. So joy is coming in. And overall, a very amazing feeling of being nurtured, and well-being that's coming in right now, so that you can relax more. You can open up more, surrender more to the energies and to all the information that's coming in throughout the session. So there's a lot of nurturing energy for the body. So maybe you can feel, or you feel warm in the body or comfortable, cozy, in whichever way your body is translating this energy. So the body is relaxing more, but there's also part of you that's very open and alert. So I see it specifically around the third eye chakra. It really enjoys the information that's coming in. So it's very open for this higher information. So there are basically just downloads happening of information right now. And I'm shown this information is there to pull you out of the best way I can describe it is as you know yourself right now and how your life experience is manifesting, pull you out of this into a new way of being and living. And there is now this specific energy for that coming in, for the new way of being and living. And what this energy is doing, it expands our fields, our energy fields a lot. It changes the way how our system is. So we're moving through a system change, right? So this is what this work is doing. We optimize the system, and this energy is helping. And I see now this specific energy is now being also channeled for the collective. So we are doing that right now for everybody. And it's interesting because it's not that like the new system or the more optimum system is out there somewhere, you know, it's like it's here already. It just needs to come forward or turned online or come online. So again, all changes and shifts and all of that is always happening within us, in our bodies. It's not happening on the outside, it's always happening within. And this specific energy is a blue one, so it has a blue quality. So a part of us that's already in there but hasn't come online yet, or is just not on the forefront, is just going to come forward. And then we can live from there, and that's already happening. So we're already in this process. So it's not something that it's going to happen in 10 or 20 years. So we are already moving towards it, and we're in the movement. So it's already happening. And again, there is this, so before we were talking about the crystalline body, but now there is a specific energy to that that's coming in right now. It contains the information how this crystalline body is set up, or yeah, how it's set up. This would be the most optimal version of ourselves. And maybe you can feel how your system is changing right now, because it starts resonating to that. Very heart opening, like heart is massively open, is probably the main area from where we live our lives from. So I can see like mind level still there, but there's not so much energy on that level, but the most energy comes from the heart and also solar plexus chakra, but heart is massively expanded. So that's happening right now. There's a massive expansion happening on the heart level, which is so beautiful. And also third and specifically second and first chakra are also integrated in that changes. So it's not that, it's only one chakra and this is opening and the rest is still there, like low vibrational stuff. No, also the lower chakras are being lifted and cleared right now, but lifted up. So this massive expansion on the heart level has consequences, like positive ones. A lot of like, I just see so many low vibration energies just being like falling away. Boundaries or limitations that you put on yourself or others are just falling away. It's like, I just see this as like, when you have chains and they're explode open, basically. This is how it looks. So this massive expansion on the heart level because of this crystalline energy, limitations are just being removed, but on a very fast pace. And the expansion is not just happening on the heart level, but also in general, the system is expanding so much. So we become a lot larger. Our whole system, so specifically energy fields, are getting a lot more expanded. And this crystalline energy right now is working on the third eye chakra, specifically supporting to give us the understanding of who we are beyond the human, so that we are human in this incarnation. So that's, we're here, right? But what we are beyond, and that there is something beyond. So this knowingness is coming in. So maybe you're seeing this already. That's amazing. And if you are not, the system, I mean, that knows anyways. But like, so, you know, when we come into this reality, when we become human, we get a certain amount of veiling, or we get a veiling. And the new version of, or the more optimal version, the crystalline version of humans, is still in the human vessel, living this human life fully, but at the same time with the openness of knowing what's beyond the human. So there's just this openness there, this massive openness to other aspects of who you are. Yeah, so this specific energy is working on the third eye chakra, is just clearing and opening so that we can expand on that level, on the level of consciousness, understanding of who and what we are beyond the human. So right now our consciousness is being pulled up or out of the human experience into other dimensions in creation. So just that, I mean, that the human aspect gets an experience of it, so that it also has an understanding of it. So this is happening right now. Just the movement, it's all about the movement out, expansion on that level. And with that, what do we experience in the body is like a lot of freedom. To have access to this information, to and to this understanding. And now our consciousness is just traveling out in the vast space of the universe. It's just traveling so that we kind of get a sense what there is, that there is a lot more. That's a infinite, seemingly infinite space. Because in creation everything seems infinite. And what's happening on the human level, um, the letting go of limitations is happening, of energies that wouldn't normally allow to enter these spaces with our consciousness. So energies that are limiting and holding back, so they're just being cleared at the same time while our consciousness is traveling, because there are mechanisms in the human and also in the body that wouldn't normally prefer this, or that have resistance and fear and so forth, and this is just being cleared because it's not needed, just limiting our possibilities and capacity. And the consciousness that's moving is just an aspect of yourself, and also the what we're exploring right now, just this vast space of creation, is also a part of ourselves, right? It's also an aspect. So we basically just explore ourselves, just on a different level. This is also why it might feel very familiar when we're there. And limitations are only always in the human, out here there is no limitations. So I bring this back into the body, the consciousness that traveled and all the information that was gained, bring this back into the body so that we can experience this in the body fully. Feels very, very beautiful, expansive, also exciting at the same time. And let's sit with this now for the next 15 minutes in silence. Thank you very, very much for joining.